This portion of Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University, educating the leaders of our community for over 20 years.
Welcome back, Southwest Florida. I'm sitting here with one of the most beautiful and charming ladies, not only on the outside, but on the inside. And I know you guys rarely, if ever, have heard me do all of this over a female, but I can do this over my good friend, Samira Beckwith. Welcome to the show, Samira.
Thank you, Lee.
Let's bump our cups.
Okay, great to be here.
Boom, and put that back down. Oh, we got some stuff in here. This is not alcohol, people. Samira, before we get started, I picked this magazine up about over a year ago, and we see you there with the red on. It was in April 2012, and I have it with me, and I said eventually I was going to move up, and my show was going to be popular enough in life that I could get one of the 29 most influential women in Southwest Florida and most powerful. Of course, you've been on the show in the past, but I was so proud that I knew somebody who was on this magazine cover because of your great work, and I said I was going to get your autograph when you come to the studio.
Lee.
Rodney, put that camera on it so I can sell this on eBay. I got that autograph. There we go, my good friend. The reason I was so proud of you because when you and I first met, we met at a Rotary. We talked in the parking lot. I've seen you just grow, and I've seen what you do just grow. Tell us about the growth. I don't want to get the name right because I make a mistake and say hospice, but I know it's still hospice, but Healthcare Services, Hope Healthcare Services. Start off, you had about 100, now you're up to 2,000 people you're servicing. Talk about that.
Well, Lee, first, it's great to be here with you because I feel that we have had this long relationship and you do such wonderful work in the community, and it's a pleasure to be here. And Hope Hospice is how we started, and then over the years we've added additional programs, and we added then the umbrella name Hope Healthcare Services so that it more accurately reflects all of the different programs that we're offering.
And how is that going now in terms of the public? Are they starting to understand, has that branding really taken place, or this is another way of continuing that branding process?
Well, we certainly don't mind that people remember us as starting as Hope Hospice.
Okay.
And we still offer hospice care, and we are so dedicated to caring for people when they are in the final chapter of their life. At the same time, we are pleased that people are now recognizing our additional programs, Hope Pace, Hope Connections, Hope Choices. So people are starting to understand that the umbrella name, Hope Healthcare Services, includes all of these programs.
Go ahead and drill down to Hope Pace. Distinguish that for us, if you don't mind.
Hope Pace is a program that provides comprehensive care for people who are aging over 55. They need help to be able to stay in their own home. They might come to one of our day centers. We have 4 of those, one in Charlotte County, one in Collier County, 2 in Lee County, and they might come to the center and be involved in activities, see a doctor, have meals, and that enables them to stay in their own home. The nurse will come out to the house. We have transportation. It's a very comprehensive program to allow people to stay in their own home when they start to have serious problems. And without Hope Pace, they might have to go to a nursing home.
I got you.
And most people, if they can, want to stay in their home for as long as possible.
So that is a fact. You find that to always pretty much be the case. People want to stay home.
If they can, and if they know that they won't be a burden on their family, if they know they can still be comfortable, they want to try to stay at home.
When we talk about Hope Pace or the whole aspect of that, are we always talking about a really old person, or you have younger people that people may not realize can utilize those services when they get into health difficulties as well?
Well, that's really an important point to make, and thank you for asking that question, because we care for people of all ages in many of our different programs. For example, we might have a baby under our care. We have almost 200 children under our care right now. They're children who are under 18, and more likely than not, they won't live to be over 18. They might, but they have a serious illness that might keep them from living over the age of 18, and they need this special kind of help that we offer. So
I remember years ago, and this is not a part of this discussion, but you might can elaborate on if you still provide that service too, where people don't think about it, but they need to start, as far as wheels and things of that nature, get into that at an early age before they get into situations where they can't really make good decisions. You guys help with that process as well, right?
Absolutely, and I'm so pleased that you remember that, because it is a topic.
Well, let me cut you off. The reason I remember that, because it influenced me so much that I went back and I put a wheel together. I was influenced by that.
Oh my gosh, well that's
a good testimony to you guys educating me. Go ahead.
Well, that is great testimony, and every single person needs to think about who they want to make their healthcare decisions for them if they can't speak for themselves. And they need to put that in writing, they need to talk to the person, they need to let that person know what their wishes would be if they can't speak for themselves. It's a topic that people don't want to approach. However, if they do it once, you've done it, you don't have to do it again.
Now, tell us more about the health care piece of what you actually do. Do you do the medical, you give them the medicine, you take all, everything that a doctor would do, or you have real doctors coming in as a part of that?
Well, we actually have about 15 doctors who are on staff in one of our different programs, and at the same time we work with people's own physician so that we continue to follow their direction about the person's care. We have doctors, nurses, social workers, chaplains, aides, volunteers, music therapy, art therapy, all working together to help provide quality of care for people in one of these various programs that we provide.
Now, let's talk geography here. Of course, we're sitting here in the Fort Myers area. Leap is Live is going out into 7 counties. What counties, or where are people that need to know that they can tap into Hope Healthcare?
Well, we would want people to look at our website or to call us, because in different counties we actually provide different services. I mentioned that we have our PACE program in Charlotte, Collier, and Lee. In Glades and Hendry we have hospice, we have home health, we have our special activity centers, meal centers, so different programs in different counties that people might be sitting watching this morning.
Now, we just letting you know that we have your website and your phone number on the screen throughout this interview, so people can call that. Now, when they go to that website, of course, we're going to see a holographic version of you walking out, but tell them some other things they can navigate around on that website when they go there.
Well, they can find out information about all of our different programs, and they can find out which counties we offer those programs. They can find out how they might want to volunteer, what kind of services are available. We also have caregiver training classes. We have information for people to help them understand the programs that are available, but also some of the important decisions that they might have to make. And what you talked about, advanced care planning, we have a site on there that actually allows them to connect and have that information. They could print it right from our website.
Outstanding. Now, the palliative care, when I first mentioned that to you off air, you seemed to radiate like you were really excited about that, but your organization was the leading organization in this area that brought in the concept of palliative care and made it what it is around here. So you're a leader in that field, right?
Absolutely. In fact, hospice really is palliative care, the relief of pain and the control of symptoms for somebody who has a serious illness. So we are the most experienced provider of palliative care all throughout the area, providing it for over 30 years, and we can provide palliative care for people in their home, in a nursing home, in an ALF. We can come see them in the hospital. Wherever they are, we can help to provide palliative care to them, either through hospice or through one of our additional programs.
Right. Now, if you were to define palliative care, I think indirectly you defined it to a certain degree, but Sesame Street palliative care for our people who are watching now, and tell them exactly what is palliative care.
Well, palliative care is to relieve a person's pain, to provide comfort for them. Some people call it comfort care, supportive care, providing the quality of life for them so that they can experience each day as fully as possible. And they might not have a life-threatening illness, but it's a serious illness, and we can help keep them more comfortable and focus on quality.
Now, we are fortunate in this area to have you physically here, but you also function at a national level as the chairman of the board or something for the whole big picture of hospice throughout the United States. Tell us about that responsibility and how you go about it.
Well, having been one of the pioneers in the hospice movement, I worked with Congress. I had the opportunity to be on a committee that established the Medicare hospice benefit in 1982, so I've been around a long time. And because of that, I have a lot of knowledge and experience, so I am the chairperson of the National Hospice Foundation.
Amazing.
And also the treasurer of the National Hospice Organization. I've also recently had the opportunity to become involved with the National Coalition for Cancer Survivorship. I'm really interested in how we can better care for people who have these serious illnesses in communities across the country as well as in our local area. So I really appreciate the opportunity to serve at the national level.
Well, we're so proud to have you up there, and we know that with you being at the national level and we have you here locally, we're going to always be taken care of on the local level. Now, from a big global perspective, a national perspective, what are some things that are happening in the field? A couple of things that people might be surprised to know, technology or just how healthcare is taking place at that level.
Well, I think one point that has really become important is the fact that people are more concerned with quality of care, which is really good for all of us, in the fact that we want to look at outcomes for people. It's just not enough to go to different services, but what is the outcome that's going to make that person really better? And if they can't be better, then let's be concerned about the quality of their care and be sure that they have the right care at the right time that's going to provide for them the best possible care. And that is a benefit to all of us.
When people are dealing with quality, now when you say quality, I think, okay, you get what you pay for. Does that apply in this case? Is there a way for people who can't afford certain things to still be able to get quality care?
Well, I really think that that's important because sometimes people think that they don't have coverage for hospice care or for some of other services that we provide. And we care for people even when they don't have coverage available through maybe some of our different programs. With hospice, we are the safety net for people in the community when they aren't going to be cured, and the focus is on keeping them as comfortable as possible. So we want people to always call us. If they're thinking about hope, if they have serious illness, call us. Let us see if one of our programs will be appropriate for them. If not, then we're going to find a program in the community that will be appropriate for them.
That's excellent. Now, the accessing hospice, am I correct, or should I say Hope Health Care?
Yes.
Accessing Hope Health Care. How do you access it? You just make that phone call and the process starts right there?
Absolutely.
Or does your doctor refer you to different things too?
Well, both ways, or a number of ways. The doctor might call us and say, please assess this person for one of the programs. Or the person might call us themselves and ask if any of our programs are available and appropriate for them. So people can call in, they can tell us what they need, and then we will look at our various programs, talk with them, and see if we can't provide care under one of our programs.
Outstanding. Now, I know in the future you're going to come back and join us on the show, and we continue to learn more and keep the word out there, okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay, I appreciate you. Let's bump you out.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Great.
As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they are usually interrupted by those like Samira Beckwith and all the fine people at Hope Healthcare who are doing